Hi, okay, so we're gonna use my steel deck because I do have a challenge that involves a steel deck. Also, I have added things to it, so I don't know how it's gonna play out yet. I don't like testing it on where it says to test out your deck because I feel like that's not adequate enough to know exactly the potential of my deck. So I just go out and play with it. If I lose, I lose, then I learn a lesson. I learn what works, what doesn't work. All right, let's see. Let's go tails. And I won, so we're gonna go first. And, ooh, look, it's so pretty. I hope I get the scissor that goes with it. I do have the Poke Kit right here, though, so I probably could. As long as they don't pull Marnie on me. Never mind. We'll try that again. We'll see what happens. They must not have liked me because they didn't even see what card I put out yet. So we'll try one more time, I guess. I still got the experience points though, so because it is still technically a victory. We'll open those up later in another video. So let's try one more time and see what happens. That's happened to me quite often, actually. Like, even if they haven't even seen my cards yet, and they're like, "No, I don't want to play with you." Well, that's not nice. Makes me feel like I'm like the smelly kid or something. Let's go first. Ooh, and there's a scissor. So hopefully I can pull out the Scizor V Max. That would be nice. All right, there's a Zemamenta. I give up. I'm gonna be honest. The newer Pokemon sets, I'm not overly familiar with. Like, yes, I play with them, but I'm for Pokemon generations 1, 2, and 3. When I started watching the show, it was when it first started in America. And I played all the video games up until the Alolan Islands. And so I'm familiar with just about all the generations. It's just, oh, look, and I can bring out that V Max I was talking about. So as long as they don't Marnie me, this should work out pretty nicely. And of course we have to put an energy on him. But yeah, so I've played a lot of the video games, but the last generation I was really, more or less knowledgeable about was during Black and White, those games. I played the ones after, like X and Y and those ones. It's just I wasn't as invested in finding all the Pokemon to fill up my Pokedex. That is pretty. But Scizor, I do remember, because I'm pretty sure Scizor is from 2nd gen. And I noticed with a lot of Pokemon these days, I mean, I suppose they were doing it back at 2nd gen too, was when Pokemon didn't have evolutions, they made evolutions for them. Snorlax didn't get an evolution, but he got a baby. Yeah, because then we started getting a whole bunch of baby Pokemon. And those ones were kind of fun. They were cute because, like, when you hatched them, they were just adorable. I think the first Pokemon I ever hatched was in Crystal, and I think it turned out to be a Riolu. So that was cute. I used to, when I got to that part in the game, I used to ride my bike up and down the bridge waiting for the egg to hatch. Let's see, are they gonna put out that? They might put out the tag team right here. They don't really have the energies for it yet, though. Or at least not that I know of. I think they're also wondering what they're gonna be putting out. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I kind of hope that they don't forfeit, because I'd like to actually play with this deck. Oh, okay, so they didn't forfeit. But especially where I have this pretty card out, I want to play with it. Not just because I also need the damage points for the challenge that I'm doing, but because I actually really want to play this deck. I was really excited about it because it was the first metal deck that I started putting together, and then I just modified it recently, so. Let's see. Also, another thing is I don't typically like putting GX cards in my decks anymore, because I know eventually they're going to be phased out. So I've been trying to keep as many newer sets in my decks as possible. Like, I don't run fairy Pokemon anymore, because none of the new sets have fairy Pokemon anyways. And I'm trying to make it to where if I keep my decks up to date enough that I don't have to worry so much about like reconstructing a whole deck. Because that happened to me very recently when they did the new update and they took out sets. I had it a certain way, like they took out the Hidden Fates sets, not the Hidden Fates as in the cards you could get from Hidden Fates, but the shiny Pokemon you could get from Hidden Fates. Like, I used a Bayonet, and it was so pretty. I love filling up my deck with pretty cards. Like that one that they have. I love the full art. I love the textured. I love the secrets. And I just think that they make the deck look nicer. However, in physical decks, I try not to go for the pretty cards because I don't want to ruin them. Let me know if you have the same, like, kind of fear. So we need energies. We need energies more than we need Pokemon. So we're going to use her for energies. And I see that he swapped out my Pokemon. Well, that's no fun. I don't like when they do that. I don't like when they switch out my Pokemon when I have like a thing that I have going on. Also, they seem to be running a similar deck to mine. Also, the other thing is, so he's clearly looking for his water energy. I'm assuming that there's not too many in his deck. It'll be funny if the one energy card he's waiting for is actually in his prize cards. That's happened to me multiple times. So yeah. That's the other thing too with my decks. I really don't like putting in more than one type. Like, this is my steel deck. I use mostly steel Pokemon. The only other exception would be normal type Pokemon, because they will take the same energy as whatever else is in the deck. The main normal Pokemon I use is Double, because Double kind of acts, and there he is right there, kind of acts like a like a delay tactic. And yeah, so he's one of the ones I put in like every single deck. The only other Pokemon I put in each deck is my Trubbish and my Garbodor. And I matched them with a Stadium card, Dust Island. And I don't use Garbodor as an active Pokemon. It's just a bench Pokemon. And from the bench, it can poison an active Pokemon. And if I put the Dust Island out, whatever Pokemon is poisoned, if they're swapped out, if they're switched out, sorry, because if you use Bird Keeper, it doesn't work. But if they use switch on the Pokemon, then the new Pokemon coming in will also be poisoned. And I really like that. I don't use Professor's Research either, because they are literally getting rid of like 9 cards right there, 7 or 9 cards. And I don't like discarding cards. As you can see, I still have 32 cards. They have 17 cards in their deck. I don't like pulling more than I have to. Well, we can get back out our Scizor. The thing also, like the VMAXs, they're great, but they're kind of a, like a double-edged sword, because they hit hard. Don't get me wrong. They hit very hard. But when they fall even more hard. Because I don't know why I put Crushing Hammer in, because it never works out. Because if you have AV Max that gets taken out, that's 3 prize cards. That's really expensive. Let's see. I would like to try to take out that Zacian as fast as possible. That Palkia, if I can take out the Zacian and the Palkia, that's game. Depends on what they put out next. They're obviously not getting their water energy that they desperately need. Oh, what's that? They may not need the water energy. Yep, they did not need the water energy. They had that card instead. Oh, that is a pretty card. Oh my goodness. Well, it was pretty. I do love pretty cards. Okay, so they used their GX move, I see. Let's see, we're gonna start powering up Dubwool. And what do I have in my discard pile? Do I have enough stuff? I don't have enough stuff to really warrant Rock's Grit. Yeah, let's use that. And Palkia is out, so that's good. So they didn't even get to use that energy. And that's 3 prize cards. So now I won't have so much reservation about using like a Marnie or something. Now that I'm a little bit safer. If I can take out the Zacian, then I win. We'll see. Oh, and they have another. I mean, not that it really matters because they still have to power it up. So it gets 50 extra HP. That's kind of a pain. I mean, I do it myself, so like I can't complain when someone else does it. It's all part of the game. Don't ever be a sore loser. You can be a sore winner because they don't see you. Let's see what they're gonna do. They can't attack me this turn. When I attack them, it's not going to be enough. Oh. That's interesting. Oh. I see. Well, what they don't know... Oh, well, they just took out that Pokemon. They took 2 cards. That's okay, because I think I'm about to win. I just gotta put out this VMAX and take out their... Yeah, they gave up because they knew I was about to win. But that was a good game. I actually had to use my deck. They didn't forfeit until the very end, so that's not too bad. And I got the damage that I needed to complete the challenge. So if you guys like these videos, please let me know in the comments. And if you like these videos, then like the video. And if you really like the videos, then subscribe, and then you'll be notified when there's more videos. And this is a family-friendly channel. You can definitely have your kids watch. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, so have a good night, everyone. Bye.